Some African countries are abundantly blessed with oil, and it has really made a good impact on their economy. But recently, reports came out saying that Libya has overtaken Nigeria to become Africa's largest oil producer. Yo, Libya has overtaken Nigeria to become Africa's largest oil producer. How did Libya do this? How? How you guys just surpass this giant of Africa like that? How did you guys do it? Okay, so as this report was shared by African Fact Zone on X, I decided to dive inside to know how Libya did it, or what really make the impact for Libya to overcome Nigeria in this way. Okay, let's see. All right, so my research landed me on a website called the Herald, where they shared more info about this Libya overtaking Nigeria in this crude oil business. Okay, so the Herald says Libya now Africa's largest oil producer. They also went ahead saying Libya overtake Nigeria as the top African crude oil producer for March. Data from Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, has shown. Okay, so they are actually saying that Libya has overtaken Nigeria in oil production in March, the month of March in 2024. Okay, so they're also giving in much details about this. They says, according to the April 2024 monthly oil market report, which is MOMR, Libya recorded 1,236 million barrels per day, that's per day, of crude oil production in March, up from 1,173 million BP or barrels per day in February. Wow. So Libya actually increased their production from February to March. Wow, that's good impact, okay? So they also say that Libya recorded 1,236 million barrels per day of crude production in March, up from 1,173 million barrels per day recorded in February. Meanwhile, Nigeria recorded an output of 123 million barrels per day in March 2024, compared to 132 BP barrels per day in February 2024. Okay, that means Nigeria in February produced 1,032,000 barrels in February, but which is in March it's recorded $123 million barrels per day in March. Okay, so that was a decrease in production here, about from 1,032 BP to 1,023 barrels per day. All right, so that's the decrease from Nigerian there. All right, that we have. Okay, all right, so there you have it. That's it. Libya actually increasing their production only in March have really made them to overtake Nigeria to become Africa's largest oil producer right now, and that is commendable. I like this kind of competition between African countries. This is healthy. Okay, I hope both countries actually have big factories enough to what industrialize and also what manufacture this oil in their own country, that they don't have to export the whole crude oil thing outside Africa. That's my biggest wish. Okay, that's my biggest wish. But as for everything, I think I like this kind of competition. Okay, I think I like this. But when African fans don't share this whole post, let's see how our fellow Nigerians and Egyptians or Africans have to say about this whole issue when it pops out on the internet. But I'll say that Nigeria can also do better. They can actually increase their production too, and also big out to Libya too. It's a healthy competition. Okay, and I'm glad I'm here to witness such a thing. Okay, and we hopefully that the next month to come, Nigeria will get back to his position again, and Libya to overtake them, and also Angola too will show up in the race too. Much love to Africa, okay? Much love. Africa is actually blessed, okay? We're actually blessed. We just hope that our leaders will take good use of this whole thing and make better choices for us too, okay? That's a hope, all right? Let's continue. All right, so to our first comment from this Nigerian, this guy came in and says, that is great for Africa. It means we are increasing our output. We need to do more. The competition must be fair because the more we produce, the more we get out of poverty. I don't see Libya holding that position for long, though. Nigeria will take it back because we know they agree for anybody this year. Well, that's this is the statement from a fellow Nigerian. Man is saying that this is a great input here. That means that each country are actually producing higher quantities as they used to be, and it's also a good competition between these countries too. So he believes that it's good that Libya is holding up this mantle now, but he believes that Nigeria will come back at the top again because this year's mantle, or should I say, anthem for Nigerians was that we don't agree for anybody. Okay, so that actually man is saying that good out to Libyans, but Nigerians no go agree for you guys for long. That's pretty awesome. I like this kind of text too. I like it. Okay, so let's continue. A South African also came in and says, it's normal for countries to be overtaking quotas. It shows how developing some are. Africa won't remain a jungle forever. Well, that's a nice take from the South African. That surely is good. It shows that, as I said, high production like this is really good for African businesses, okay? So if we actually encourage this kind of things, it's actually good. But my question is, we really need to have the industries here to what manufacture this crude oil. It doesn't need to go as a crude oil and come back as petroleum to us. We need to have more field for this so that we can actually produce more jobs for the people and also increase production and also to decrease fuel prices too in our various countries, okay? But if you want more about this also, you can check out on my page. I have a video about Africa's cheapest fuel consumptions and fuel prices. You can also see how your country is also doing on the list. But for now, I might say Egypt is actually one of the cheapest oil production fuel in Africa right now here. They are part, and Nigeria also is as part. I think Egypt is number 1 and Nigeria is number 4 on that list, okay? And lastly, this guy also came in and says, and Libya is a country more or less at war. Tell us a lot about the administration of the oil sector in Nigeria. Well, man actually throws a lie here. He says that Libya is supposed to be at war. How are they actually producing more than Nigeria, who is actually enjoying democracy now? Well, Libya is actually at war, that's for sure. There's a lot of civil wars and kind of crisis between the people in Libya right now, all because of oil production and all, but we cannot actually disagree that Libya is also doing well with this production thing, and Nigeria is also actually doing well. We hope that this embezzlement of oil actually decrease in Nigeria system too, and actually they have a good use of all those products, okay? One thing for sure is that Nigeria having all these crazy takes on oil or having this high quality of production of oil, the country always queue or have shortage of oils in the country, mostly fuel. Or lack of what production in the country, okay? Hope that this Dangote refinery that he's building up can actually help the citizens and actually decrease fuel prices and also make it available for the people of Nigeria, okay? So my name is Rashia Say, and here I give it to you guys the reason how Libya overtakes Nigeria to become the Africa's largest producer of oil in 2024 in March last month, okay? See you guys around. This is Rashia Say.